we get to the point, stop, drop, and flow. We did, and by we I mean I did a, hello, somebody else popped in. We did a stop, drop, and flow class a couple weeks ago, and it was basically level 1 levels, drops, and floor work. A lot of times everybody wants to jump into floor work, but they don't have that base behind them for floor work. So I really wanted to make sure all that base was there on how to get into floor work, do all the level 1, the mechanics behind dropping and levels and that floor work. So then we did a sword workshop a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, and that was level 1 sword. So what we worked on then was actually carrying our sword, balancing our sword, the arm placement of the sword, how to become familiar with our sword, being super comfortable with the sword, and we did a lot of movements with it, but they were all level 1 and level 1 plus. And I wanted to make sure all of that was deep into the vocabulary, the muscles, so that way when we moved on to like the level 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, everybody felt really comfortable and secure with their swords, okay? I don't know about any of you, but when I got my sword, I wanted to do all the things right now, and so that's how I learned, and then I went back. So this was kind of a building blocks to that. So then I decided, let's go ahead and do the stop, drop, and flow and sword and do that together. So the concept behind it is that you don't have to do all the fancy schmancy tricks. You don't have to know all the things to be able to put together a very dramatic sword routine. You can put together a very dramatic sword routine with basic movements. Plus, that gives you the confidence, the skill level, and the technique to have those basic moves and your sword, and it can go off flawlessly. So it's kind of a place to start. So that was the concept behind this whole class. So what we're going to do is, I want you to bear with me. I fell down the stairs like just a little bit ago, landed on my knee, so I may be moving a little bit slow, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to put on a slow song and a fast song, and we're just going to dance, kind of loosen up and get our muscles warm, and then we're going to grab straight onto the sword, okay? of twist, going up and down from those. So the way we hold our sword, I usually tell people, hold your sword the way it feels comfortable for you, okay? I've seen people choke up on the hilt. I wouldn't recommend you choking up. It's harder to control that way. I carry mine right about here, down by the bird, right in the middle. So I've also seen people put their finger over it. I can't control my sword with my finger over it, so I wouldn't recommend it. But whatever works for your hands, your wrist, and your arms, please be comfortable and be safe. And love your sword. Just don't play with it once, put it down, and never touch it again. So, as far as holding this end of your sword, don't ever grab your sword, especially when you're going from movement to movement, because we are giving the illusion that it is a weapon. And it is because I was in a class, and it was one of Sylvia Salamanca's class, and the sword slipped out of the person's hand, and it smashed into her foot. So, and it went through her foot. So, it can hurt you, so please be careful. So when we're here, just hold it by the tips of your fingers as you're holding it here. When you change positions on it, just hold it, don't grip it, okay? So we hold our hands, we hold our sword here. I call this free because I'm only holding it with one hand. When I hold it on my arm, it's an arm hold, and then you have your balance, okay? Make sure that your balance, you find your sweet spot. Everybody has a sweet spot for their sword. I'm not used to using a head wrap with my sword. I usually just go with my plain head. So finding my sweet spot is a little bit of a challenge with a head wrap, okay? So today we're going to concentrate a lot more on balancing and the free hold. We'll do some arm, but more of the free hold and the balance, okay? So, we have our sword here. You want to make sure that you are using your full range of motion in your arms to be able to bring your sword all the way around, switch positions, and bring it up, okay? So don't choke onto your body so it's so close here that you can't work. Make sure that you're coming out, away from your body, turning, and then going up, okay? So over here, bring it down, turn so it goes out, and up, turn, bring it down, out, and up, turn, bring it down, out, and up, turn, down, out, and up, and catch it. So when we're here, when you put your sword on your head for your balance, just don't drop it on your head and go. It doesn't matter if you have a turban on or not. You want to make it look like it is a challenging prop to begin with, but you don't want to make it look so easy that people are like, whatever. But you want to be like, oh, it's a sword, right? Okay, so we're here. So if you're here and you bring it down, top seam, top seam, top seam, bring it down onto your head, find your sweet spot, and then gradually let it go. Okay? So we're here. Just balancing your sword. Alright. So the first movement we're going to go into is our body weight. So, in general, whenever I do a body weight, I try to have an internal rotation instead of the body weight that is using a lot of the accessory muscles and moving me a lot. I try to have my body weight in here for that internal rotation, because when we walk it, you want to make sure that your chest is separated from your legs. So you don't want to walk like this, okay? Whether or not you have a sword on your head. So, for your body weight, you want to make sure that it's that nice, strong, internal rotation. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So when we bring our sword onto our head, bring it on. Find your sweet spot. Bring it here. And we're going to turn into our performance angle. And 1, me to remember and my body to hear it, I will go by the music, okay? So we're here. So, bring it down onto your head. Body arm wave here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, switch to top seam, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, body wave, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, top seam, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do both the top seam and the body wave in our level. So when you go up for a level, make sure that you're actually going up, not staying there. Because if you stay up there, then that actually goes for a drop. So when you go up for your level, you're going to go up, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 6, 7, 8. I usually do everything in 8s, but like I said, slow doesn't have a count. So we're here. We're just going to go up and down with our sword. We're not going to worry about what our body's doing. We're going to be here, and we're going to go up, 2, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, back to your spot, 2, 3, 4, up and down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, back to your spot, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, when I do levels, I step off my center a little bit. The reason why I do that is so I have a firmer base underneath me. So if I come up and I step off just a little bit, and then I go down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I come back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go back onto that left foot and bring my body back on. So that way I'm not trying to go straight here, straight down, and straight up. That's a little bit harder on my knees. So I always like to give myself that wider base, down and up. We're going to do that a few times. We're here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, 2, 3, 4. Back to your place here. Up and down, 2, 3, 4. Up, and here. And we're in a body wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, up, 2, and 3. So I can usually get 3 body waves per up and down. My knee right now is kind of yelling at me, so I would go down a little bit further, but I'm choosing not to. So again, lead by example. Don't hurt yourself, okay? So for here, when we go up, you want to step off that center, come body wave, body wave, body wave, body wave, body wave, body wave, back onto your center. And you don't want to cut your body wave, and you don't want to cut your level, and you don't want to cut the form and technique that's happening around everything else. Keeping your head nice and still so your sword's not everywhere. And when you're going down, whether or not you have a sword on your head or not, when you're going down for a level, make sure you're not going up and back. Kind of like you're trying to sit. You're going to go up and then straight down and then straight up and here. That's why that wider base at the bottom helps with your hips, knees, and your feet, your ankles. So we're here. So, head, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to center here. Okay, with one arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. Level. Level. Hold and up. Up and down. Good? Your knees all right? The hardest part sometimes is making sure that your head is nice and still and then you're not craning it forward or backwards or losing your chin. A lot of times, I used to have this habit of bringing my neck back with a lot of things because I felt like when it was down, everything was going to fall forward. So I really had to, I put an actual ball under my chin to train my head that it had to stay here and not shrink and lose my neck. So, if we're here in arm, so here. So, body wave is the same. So, body wave, body wave, body wave, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's really going to depend on what kind of presentation you're actually trying to give. If you're giving the presentation of we're still holding our sword, we've done a lot of arm work with our sword, and then we're going to come down for our body wave here. That's the presentation we want to give, and then maybe a torso twist to come up. So it's all going to depend on the presentation you want to give. So for our top seam, we're going to do a balance on our top seam. So put it on. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top seam's always a challenge for me when I do a level because I have a short torso. So I don't feel like I have that nice elongation that a lot of people have with a longer torso. So I feel like mine's kind of stumped. So I really try to use my obliques and really try to extend that a lot. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that one too, I step off my center with that one to give myself that wider base. I can't go down straight when I do levels, hurts my ankles, so I go off a little off my center. So, together. We're going to try this music. to make your arm stronger. A lot of different exercises you can use to really get a nice strong arm, so you're moving your sword with intention instead of your sword moving you. So when you're moving your sword, even when it's here, try not to just drop it. Even when you're moving here, try to move your entire arm, making your sword an extension of your arm. So you don't want to just be like up and then down, and then up and then down, because that kind of loses the aesthetic of the strength of a sword to begin with. So you really want to make sure you have that nice strong grip and a nice strong aesthetic. But don't choke it. Okay, so you really want to make sure that you're guiding your sword and doing what you want it to do, so that way you're controlling it, it's not controlling you. Okay, so those are just 2 levels. So that was the body weight and the top seam. We're going to the rib cage rotation and then the torso twist. We'll put those 4 together and then get into some fun drops. And I don't know if you guys have seen the camel drop before, and I also do a Medusa drop. You've probably seen them before, but we're going to go ahead and work on those too. So, but that's when we get to the drops. So when you do your rib cage rotation here, if you're having your sword in arm hold, your rib cage rotation would just be here, here, and here. Okay? So to me, I'm not a fan of this. So I like it better here. So it's kind of like you're seeing my sword, you're seeing the rib cage rotation, and then you're seeing that hand, and it really looks like it has a purpose there, as opposed to here, it just looks like a lot going on. So you're here. So same rules apply for that. Guidelines. I don't like the word rules. So the same guidelines apply for that. Step off a little bit. Get your nice footing underneath you. Don't spend too much time up there, because if you spend too much time up there, you're indicating a drop. But get your nice firm underneath you, and then go down, and then go up. Levels don't have to be huge. Some days your knees are wonderful, and you can go all the way down to the ground, and some days level is literally up and down. That's my level. So talk to your body, listen to your body, and always know what your level is that day. I want you to dance until you're like 1,005. All right, so we're here. So we're going to do the rib cage rotation. Really remember to separate upper body from lower body, so you're not this. Okay, so we're here. So 5, 6, 7, 8 ribs. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now today, with the way that my knee is standing, my level is right to here. It is what it is. Most days I can get down a little bit lower, it's fine. If you have a troop and everybody can get down at a different level, if you can work it out to like the person who can get down the lowest is in front, and then you kind of waterfall up, it looks really pretty. So we're here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and up and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, back to center. So for hand floreos, the hand floreos for rib cage rotation, I remember when I did my ATT, we had talked about it. Carolina had said that she wasn't always a fan of the hand floreos with it, because it looked like you were, like you wanted the attention to go to the rib cage and the chest when you were moving it, so you didn't want to look like you were waving a flag. So, but she did say 1 full floreo is good. So if you're doing it 1 big floreo, 1 big floreo, 1 big floreo instead of a lot of little ones. So I think that same would apply for if you have your sword here for it, to just do 1 floreo, 1 floreo, 1 floreo, because you really don't want to take away from your sword, and you don't want to take away from the actual motion here. May remember that the rib cage rotation is a rib cage rotation. It's not a rest of your body rotation. So if your body's moving at the bottom, get down more into your knees and really stabilize and really get out there. You will always see, if you dance with me, my arm is out here when I'm leading. The reason why is because even with the body wave and some of the other movements, the circle step, my hand will always be out here. The reason why is because I want to make sure the people behind me can see my hand floreo, because our hand floreos are always supposed to match. So if I'm here and I keep my hand floreo in front of me, no one else behind me can see. So that's kind of selfish of me to keep that all to myself. So I put it out here, so that way everybody can be set up for success and look amazing, and we're all following each other instead of trying to then figure out what the other person's doing. Okay, so we're here. So 1, around, 2, around, 3, around, 4, around, and up, around, up, around, up, around, up, around, and up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to center. So these, I try to, when I do a level, I'm going up a little bit faster than I normally would. I try to hold that last one down. So if I actually count it, I'm going up and then I'm holding it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do 1 here, and then I start going up. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm in my place. I do 1 more here, and then I start going up. Because it makes no sense just for you to go up, down, up. So you really want to be up, get down there, do 1 in place, and then rise back up. So, sword on heads. So we're here, balance here, and find your sweet spot. And okay, so we're here. So rib cage rotation here. You can do it with both arms up, do it with 1 arm down. Either way, it's dealer's choice. Whatever the leader says is what you're going to do. So I'm going to do 1 arm at first. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and hold and up and up and up and find my place. So with both arms, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up and 2 and 3 and hold and up and 2 and 3 and place. Does that make sense? So you don't want to rush it. You want to make sure that your audience is getting that full taste of you going all the way up, and then you hold it there for them, and then you bring it back up. So you want to make sure they're getting that whole visual of that powerful sword going up, you controlling it, and that powerful sword coming back up. So we'll do all 3 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold 2, 3, 4. Up, 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 and back. Body wave 2, 3, 4. 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 Up, up. Here and hold. Do 1, 1. Now up, 2, 3, and place. Okay. So you want to make sure, your knees are strong, your knees are good that day. You want to make sure that you're coming off your center and you're having a nice solid base so you're not wiggle wobbling around. You want to make sure that when you do go down, you're holding it and you're giving that full presentation to your audience and then gradually bringing it back up. Don't rush. If you're having a problem separating your upper body from your lower body, really engage that entire core. Bending the knees is going to help make the lower half of your body more solid and more secure. That's going to help here. So it's not going to be as much hip work, obviously, on these. That's going to help you be able to separate here. So if you're just practicing in general, practice deeper knee bends when you're doing your movement, so that way you can get your upper body and your lower body separated from each other. It's going to make walking, it's going to make circling, it's going to make all those things a lot easier. So, torso twist. So we do our torso twist here. Arm up, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you notice that when you do your when you do your torso twist with your sword in arm, your arm doesn't have that free range of motion because it's here. So unlike a regular torso twist, when we're like woohoo with that nice fluid arm undulation layered over it, we're a little bit stiffer, but don't lose the fluidity. So if you're here, you really have to work with that sword to finish your torso twist here and then pull it back. Don't let the sword control your arm, you control it, okay? So don't feel like just because it's here, you have to, be a Frankenstein with this arm, and this is the only arm. Really make sure you're getting a nice extension and elongation with this arm too, because you're still presenting your sword. You're not just letting it hang out there. Torso twist with balance. We're here. On your sweet spot. Knees bent. Finish both sides of your torso twist. So you're going to be here. Reach up in front, around, up to the right, and then back to center. And 1, 2, 3, 4, center. And 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, center. 2, 3, 4. So, I like to, when I do my torso twist with my sword, I like to incorporate not my back, I incorporate my chest more, and I incorporate my quads. The way I do that is I'm here, so I reach up with my arm, I incorporate my chest right here, not my lower back, I come around, and as I'm coming around, I'm actually sinking a little bit more into my knees, and then coming around, and then rising back up and here. So if I'm sideways, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm still getting my torso twist from my torso, but if I try to do this, it's not going to be as secure on my head, so I want to make sure that I don't lose control of it. So if I'm here, I go up, engage my chest up, around the back, I sink a little bit into my knees, still get my torso going here, and then up and around, and that's going to give me a nice firm base on my torso twist. So here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to center. Also keeping your head still, just like when you're doing your regular torso twist, you're not throwing your chin back. You want to make sure that your head is nice and still. I'm sorry, I was in a live stream. So you want to make sure your head is nice and still and you're not tossing it back. So here, head's nice and level. Here, sword's nice and level. Here, and around. So you want to make sure you're very secure and safe. Okay? So we're here. We use our torso twist to come up, not go down. Okay? So we're here. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and down. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Hold it. 1 and torso twist. Up, back to center. So we're going to tap seam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Torso twist. Back up to your center. We do that more when we do a drop, and then we do a movement at the bottom, and then we come up with our torso twist. So it's more of a drop, torso twist up, but you can do it with your level. So ribcage rotation here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, and center. So you're coming up with your torso twist. That going to your left when you're down here, after you've done what you're doing, here it's going to actually be go up. So you're still leaning into that front left corner, but you're actually doing it at this really pretty graceful angle as you come up. And then here, as you're doing the rest of it, is where you're setting yourself back and then becoming secure in your spot. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool? Questions? Comments? Concerns? No? Alright, so as long as you feel secure and you feel stable when you're doing those levels up and down with that sword on your head, make sure it's not too wiggle wobbly. If for some reason, once you get down there, if it starts to get wiggle wobbly, it's totally okay for a couple things to happen. If you get down there and you realize, oh my God, something's happening, fix your sword, just don't grab it. Just kind of go up there and adjust it if you have to, and just slow it down a little bit. Usually we don't have much problem with slow, it's more of the fast we have more problem with. If your sword falls off your head while you're dancing, don't try to grab it, just let it go and then get it back later. Okay, put on a song. to drops. Put your swords down for a second. For drops, I want to do the camel drop, and I also want to do the Medusa drop, so I'm going to show the camel and the Medusa regular. So for the camel, there's actually two ways to finish the regular camel, that with camel 1. You can go off your center, down, and then your torso twist back to your center, which is the one most of us do. I find that I do this next one a lot more. It's body weight. So you come off your center, you come down, and then you body weight back on to your center. So there's two different ways you can actually do it. So when I'm standing with my sword, I like to do the one with my body weight in free. Hold. So if I'm here, I like to do the body weight one. I like to come out and then up and then body weight back. So it goes down, it goes up, and then I body weight myself back to my center here. That's the one I normally do if I have my sword. Unless it's on my head. If it's on my head, then I'll go ahead and do that body weight or the torso twist one. So when I'm holding it, that's what I do. So the torso twist, not the torso, the camel drop, it's actually you go up and then you drop down. And then you come up with your torso twist here. So think of the guidelines of a drop. The guidelines of a drop are if you go up and hold it for, I usually count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then drop. If you go up and you hold it, that means it's going to be a drop. That's why when you're doing your levels, if you only have the intentions of doing a level, don't go up there and stay up there for a long period of time and then go down. We'll catch it, but that's usually the cue that it's going to be a drop. So for a drop, we go up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop. And then we do whatever we're going to do here, and then we come back up. We normally come up with a torso twist. I think I know that's my go-to one to come up with. I think that's most people's go-to one to come up with. So, the guideline of that drop, you hold it up there, you drop down. Also, when you drop, try not to, if your knee hits the ground, it's going to stabilize you. But try not to. From a nurse's point of view, every piece of your body connects to your brain, okay? So if I come up for any drop and I drop down and my knee touches the ground, that knee stability there is now telling my brain that I'm done because it has felt the ground, so therefore it tells me that I'm done. So if I'm down here for any length of time doing a movement, when I come back up, it's going to be a little bit harder for me actually to rock back onto the ball of my foot, off my knee, and then come up. So if you can keep your knee off the ground, even just a little tiny bit, that's going to help coming up a lot easier. So brains are great, but they don't know everything. So we're here. We're going to go ahead and drop. 5, 6, 7, 8, go up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up. Here, okay? That's a lot easier for you to come up if you don't have that stable hit on the bottom. So, when we're coming up, you want to make sure that you're going up and dropping straight down. And when you come back up, you want to make sure that you're not going, oh, to get back up, right? You want to make sure that you're dropping down and that you're coming straight up, okay? So you're using your inner quads, your thighs here, and squeezing them together and squeezing everything to push you up, okay? So one more drop without our sword, then we'll add our sword. So here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So we usually come up on the 7 and finish at 8. But again, it's slow, there's really no count to it. So let's do our camel really quick with that drop. So we're here, we step off the center for our camel, we drop down as we switch our arms, we come up for our torso twist here. Good? Oh, you guys froze. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're back. Everybody was frozen like this for a minute there. All right, so we're here. And up, and down, and up, and around here. Good? Again. 1, and 2, and 6, 7, 8. Good? All right. Your swords. We're going to bring our sword up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure it's nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. Torso twist. Back to your center here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Camel. Haha. Drop. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good? All right, let's try again. So when you're cameling and dropping, make sure your camel is nice, or your sword is nice on your head when you're doing it. Okay? So we're here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Camel, out, drop, down, up, 2, 3, and back to center. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Camel, drop, up, and back to center. So my arms, when I do my drop, my left arm goes behind my sword. I don't keep it in front. So, and I actually carry that camel guideline, that the camel rule, that you step off your center when you start your camel, doesn't matter which one it is. You step off your center, then you go out, back to your center and back. So when you're doing this one, make sure you're stepping off that center, then you're going down and then back up. And that's when you're bringing your feet back together here. So don't try to keep your feet as close together as humanly possible because you'll trip. So my arm being behind the blade is going to help. So I'm going to step off, my arm's behind this blade, this one's pushed down, and switch to here, and then up, 6, 7, and then this right foot is going to meet my left foot and bring me back to center. So that portion of the camel stays exactly the same. The only part that changes is that whole, obviously, when we're here, instead of going here, we're here and we're going straight down. Okay, so make sure you're stepping off your center, and that way you're having to do, less acrobats to get back onto your center. So we're here. So, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Step off. Drop down. And up. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step off. And down. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step off and drop. Up, 6, 7, 8. And here. So if we do it with the body wave, I'm losing my words. We do it with the body wave, and we're down. We do it within a hold arm, or free, holding it. So we're here, step off here, and then up, and then body wave back up. So from this way, you're going to be here. You're going to come up, and then here, and then body wave back to center. That was a little bit more challenging because when we do a torso twist, our arms are out here, and this helps us with balance. When we're doing the body wave, our arms are now like this, and that actually closes us off, so our balance is a little bit, we have to use our core more to get that balance on there. It's kind of like when you spin, you want to make sure your arms are out, so that when you have that balance, the more you bring your arms in, the more dizzy you're going to get, and the more off-center you're going to be. So you want to make sure that you have a nice, strong balance. So you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step and down. Body wave back up. And step and down. Body wave back up and step and down. Body wave back up. Good? So that's another one. You want to make sure that you have a nice grip here and not choking it up here. It's going to be harder for your sword to move in your hand freely for you to be able to manipulate where you want to put it. Okay. Medusa, drop. And then we'll go and put a song on. So the Medusa drop, we know our Medusa. Our Medusa is here. It goes up, back, push to the left, push to the right, Floreo, and turn, and here. So to drop this, so you have to go up before you drop. It's a rule. It makes sense. Nothing that comes down wasn't up first. So you have to go up. So for your Medusa, you go up. And then here, go drop. Push to the right or left, I'm sorry. Push to the right, Floreo here, up, and then turn and open. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and down and push, Floreo, up, turn, and here. Okay? So what goes up must come down. So even if you're bringing it up like this and then down, you'll see me do that a lot, where you'll see me here, and then my arms will like sweep up as I go up, and you'll know it's going to happen because my arms are coming over this right shoulder, and they're coming down. So it's a pretty clear intention that that's what's going to happen. It's not like, surprise, just going down. Let's do it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push to the left, push to the right, Floreo here, up, and turn here. Okay, so we're going to do that with a sword because we're crazy and we think we can, right? If we can do whatever we want. Should we? That's a different story, but we can. Alright, so for the Medusa, the way I do my sword Medusa, I do it on my balance, and I also do it free. So when we do it free, we actually bring it up and then down. So I bring it kind of over to this right shoulder. I push to the left. I push to the right. I bring it up and then around, turn it around, and then open up. So from the back, It's going to be here. I go down, same line, go to the left, go to the right, bring it up, turn it around, turn, 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 and then split. Okay? So that's how I do mine. Sure, there's other ways to do it, but that's how we do ours. Okay, we're here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Push, push, open, turn, and here. 7, 8. Okay. So that's how I do it standing. So when we do the Medusa, I'm going to put it on our head in a drop. Possibly. Okay, right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I come up. Oh, sorry, wrong arm. Come up and then down. Push to my left. Push to my right. Floreo here. Up and turn and stop. So for arms, with the regular Medusa, your right arm comes back and your left arm comes in front, right? So you want to make sure you're following those same lines. So for here, we're going to go up, my right arm is coming behind, my left arm is in front, and then coming down. I have that ball of energy. I'm pushing to the right, or left, I'm sorry, and then I'm pushing to the right, up, and turn, 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 turn. When I get to the front, if my sword is turning with me a little bit, it's perfectly okay. When I come up, my sword is actually behind my left arm, so when I'm here, I'm actually kind of guiding it with me. And if I come around and the hilt is coming too quick, when we actually go to split our arms here, you'll actually catch it. So it's not going to go anywhere. Slow moves are exactly that. They are slow. So don't rush through the movements. So they should be pretty easy to control on your head, but if they're not, you're either going too fast or you didn't give yourself enough time to get a nice stable base under you and time for your sword to figure out what it was supposed to be doing. So we're here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and down. Push left, push right, Floreo up, turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, when you are doing the push portion of it, with our regular Medusa, we're here and we look over to it. We have a sword on our head now, so you should be able to control what your head's doing a little bit more. So if we're here, and we've come down, I'm still going to glance, and my head moves a little bit, but you see it's not moving as much as it does when I do my regular Medusa. I'm actually controlling it a little bit better. So I'm still looking that way and glancing. I'm more or less looking into that front left corner. So if I turn here, come up and down, when I push over, I'm looking in, my head is turned to that left front corner, but my eyes are looking at my hands. And as I come here, my head turns into that right front corner. I'm looking at my hands, Floreo up, back to my audience. As I turn, keep my head pretty still, and then as I split, I stop my sword there. Okay? So you want to make sure that even though we have the sword on our head, we're still kind of keeping that same look and the same guidelines of what our original moves are doing, so that we're not varying too far away, and it's actually recognizable to people who are dancing with us. Okay? So we're here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Body wave. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Body wave. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and turn and 5, 6. Split your arms. Good? when you're doing it. We don't usually keep our sword on our head this long. It's usually a combination of the balance, the arm, and the free. So you won't be dancing like 9 minutes or 2 hours with the sword on your head. All right, so the wraparound drop. We're going to do the wraparound drop, and then we're going to go into some floor work. Or not the camel. The wraparound turn is a drop. Yes, the wraparound drop. That's actually on volume 9. So let's do that first, and then we'll add the sword to our head. So wraparound drop is, and drop. You're on your left knee here. You're switching right knee down, left knee up as you switch to the back. Arms go up, and then push yourself down, or up, I'm sorry. So there's a couple different ways. I've seen troops do it different ways. We actually do it both ways because we like to be user-friendly. So I have seen people do where they drop down, they switch over, and then as they bring their arms up, they come up and then turn. So we do it that way because some troops do. And there's also where you are here and you open, bring your arms up, and then push down as you come around. I've seen people do it both ways, and I've seen troops do it both ways. So when I'm in somebody else's house, I do it however they tell me to. So I follow whatever they're doing. I'm never going to be like, that's wrong. I'm just going to do whatever they do. So I teach both ways because I know that both ways happen. It is what it is. So for here, we're going to go and drop down onto our left knee. Drop your right knee and then open to the back. So you're dropping your knees to meet in the middle. Here, bring your arms all the way up. Now, as you come up, arms are up, and then you're pushing yourself down. Okay, pushing that ball of energy. So down, 1, and switch, open, up, and then push. Wow. I will, for this, I don't really remember which one I do when I'm doing my sword. So we're going to find out. That's what we're going to do. So the other way, like I said, is if you're here, you drop down, and then you open, and then as you rise and bring your arms at the same time. And then do that around. Like I said, I've seen troops do it both ways. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm just going to dance, because that's really what I want to do. Alright, so when we have our sword on our heads, we are going to start here. And we are going to wrap and drop. We're going to switch and open. Arms come up. And then push down. So the way I do it, obviously, with my sword on my head is when I'm here, I come up here, and then I come up, and then go around, then push down. I don't know why. That's just the way I do it. Okay, so we're here. So here. And wrap. We'll probably do it both ways here. And open. And up. And push. 2, 3, 4. All the way around to front. Again. And wrap. 2, 3, open. Try it. I want you to try it the other way. So I'm going to try it this way too. I do put my arms up first and then go around. But this way, to me, feels less stable. So I am all about stability and not hurting ourselves and dancing for a really, really long time. So when I do it, I bring my arms up and then come around, down, because this will hold my body still as I'm coming up as one big unit, and I'm actually supporting my sword a little bit too. So if it goes haywire, I can we control it. This, to me, feels very unstable, and I feel very wibbly wobbly. But like I said, if your troop does it that way, or if you're with people that do it that way, don't argue with them. It's the dealer's choice, the leader's choice, so you just do it however. Okay, but don't hurt yourself. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wrap and open. It's a slow move, no need to rush. And up, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Moves. Oh, sorry. I was gonna do. All right, good. All right. One more time, and then we'll go to Medusa the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wrap and control turn, and arms up and push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4. Push. 6, 7, 8. Turn. 2, 3. Up. Turn and back to front. Split arm. Good? So, we wear skirts, okay? So, my saying has always been, what happens under the skirt stays under the skirt, like Vegas. Or like Fight Club. First rule, Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. So we don't talk about what's happening. So, with the wraparound turn though, that drop, when you are wrapping it around, if you keep your knee forward, it's going to be a lot easier for you to come back up. So if you're here and you drop down onto your left knee, you're going to put your right knee next to your left knee and then open up to the back. If you keep this knee forward, which is my left knee, it's going to be a lot easier for me to push up and come straight. If you have a tendency to drop that leg open, what's happening here is inside your leg, your tendons, your ligaments, and your muscles have to pull you back over before they go up, as opposed to just going up. So it's doing twice the work. So if you're down here, right knee meets left, and if you're coming over here, all this is open. So when you go to push this back up, what's happening is everything is having to push you up this way, and it puts a lot of pressure on your knee. So if you're down like this, and your knee is straight forward, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get on the toes in the back, and just push yourself up. That's less stress on your knee and your hip. I like my knees and my hips, so I always try to make it as easy as possible. I'm an old school ortho nurse. I don't know if any of you guys know that, but I did ortho nursing for years, so I love bones, and that's going to be the best for your knee, just to have it go straight and then go straight up. It's going to be that way with Floorwork too. Okay. That's my nursing spiel. So we're here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wrap around to the front. Switch legs. Control and up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop here. Open here. Keep that knee straight to the back. Arms up and up. Push down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good? Alright. So if we do our wraparound turn with it in free, we are actually going to be here, and we are going to wrap our sword around here. we're here, we go wrap, so it was all powerful, right? So open here, here, up, turn, 2, 3, 4, down, and up. So when I do my blade down, I do blade down, and then I twist to go blade up. So I always try to make sure that I'm going blade down, and then blade up, kind of like a close shave. So we're here. 5, 6, 7, 8, wrap, drop. 2, open, 3, 4, up, and up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, down, and up. Okay? So here, we're going to bring it to here, and wrap. 2, 3, 4, up, stand, turn, 2, 3, 4, down, and up, and then you put it back on your head. Questions? So, I like, my 2 favorite ways to do sword is holding it free and balancing it. I like it on my arm, but not as far as when I want to present it. So I like it on my arm when I am showing it off. So if I'm here and I want to show off my sword, if I'm here and I want to show off my sword, look at my sword. When I'm trying to feel like a true badass, I'm just like, look at my sword, you know? And so when I'm trying to balance it, it's like, look what I can do. So there's that 3 different things that kind of go through my head when I do my sword. So there are certain moves that I don't normally do on my arm, but it's not that they're not pretty, it's just that I don't do them. So we're here. So we're here. We're going to wrap around here and wrap our sword around. We're going to open up, bring your sword up above your head. You're holding the hilt, and then around, 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 and then bringing it back up. So it's not, like I said, it's not that that's not gorgeous. I like it, but it's very sweet to me. It's kind of like building on the thing. So if you're doing a sword performance, if you're doing any performance in general, build up to things. So if you come out and you're holding your sword, you're like, look, I have a sword. So you do some things with the holding the sword, and then it's like, look, I have a sword. And then you do some things building onto that, and then it's, look, I have a sword. So it's kind of that whole cake theory where you're building onto the layers before you get that cherry on the cake of amazingness. Okay, so here, do our wrap one more time, and then we're going to go to floor work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wrap, and open, and up, and stand, and pull your ball ready down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, Medusa, to the left, to the right, up, turn here, and then up, camel, drop, body wave, back to center. Cool? That's right. that stability is there. We're going to go down into some floor work now. So to go down into floor work, we'll have our swords here in a minute. We traditionally use that propeller turn to go down into floor work. That's the easiest way to get there. So we're here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You turn, and then you go ahead and sink down into that left knee. And then you bring your right knee next to it. Okay, your brain's happy now because you're on your knees. So from here, you have to remember from here to always be able to stay in your performance angle. If you land up going down into floor work and you're like this, and then you start doing the body wave, it kind of looks like you're treading water. So make sure that you're here in your performance angle. So for here, level 1 floor work is body wave top seam, rib cage rotation, torso twist, those kind of moves that we all learned in level 1 plus. So if we're body wave, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No matter which move you choose to do, just like I had said earlier about when you do a drop, hitting your knee onto the floor, that triggers your brain that says, I'm stable. Well, right now, we're on both knees, so your brain's pretty happy. But if you're doing your body wave here, where your internal rotation, and you come all the way back and you sit on your legs, your brain's really going to freak out and be like, oh, we're really comfortable now, right? So you want to make sure if you come down in your body wave, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're not coming down like you would for a zipper. You're not coming down like this. That's a whole nother thing that we're not doing today. So you're more or less coming down to where you're here and you're going down, but you're not hitting your legs on your legs. Your thighs aren't going to hit your calves. And then you come right back up. That's going to be a lot easier for you to come up like this and like this, because if you hit yourself here, your body gets really comfortable, and then when you go to get up, just like from the drops, when you go to get up, you're going to be like, hoo-ah, right? And you're actually going to work a lot harder. So a couple of exercises you can do to get those calves stronger, or not calves, your quads stronger, is during commercial for TV, just kind of do the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's actually going to strengthen your quads, so you're going to be able to get down there. You can actually hover there a while and then come back up. When you do go on to doing like the zipper and the more fancy schmancy level 3, 4 plus movements for our floor work, that's when you really need to get into your nice posture here with that nice tilted hip. And when you come back, you're really going to use your quads to bring yourself back and be able to get back at that angle and then come back up. But like I said, that's more advanced floor work, and we're not doing that today. So, once we are down here, okay, we can do the body wave here, we can do the top seam, bring it almost down and then back up, rib cage rotation, and you can do the torso twist as well, to here. So, when we come back up from this, you come back up by moving your right foot to the front, pushing a little bit onto your right foot, going on the balls or the toes of your left foot, and push yourself back on. So, if this is your center, when you were here and you came down, this is your center, your knee is actually off your center here. So your foot is still on your center. Your knee is off. So then you do all the fun stuff here. Put your foot back next to your knee. Lean forward just a little bit. And then gradually push yourself back onto your knee. What that's going to do is it's going to stop this. Okay? So you want to not get up like that. You just want to gracefully take it, lean a little bit forward, and glide yourself back onto your center. So let's just practice that, and then we'll put our sword in our hand and we'll do that. come down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your right foot to your knee and push back on to center and up. So normally you'll put your right arm hand by your right leg. So if you're like this, when you go to move yourself back up, you will most likely do this. And you'll have this nice pretty shape with all this negative space. So then when you push yourself up, it's going to go push and up. Okay? That's going to give you a little bit of stability to do that. So if you're here, and it's just going to come out and up. If you try to, it's not wrong if you do it this way. If you're here and you go to get up and both of your hands are above your head, you'll find that you have to work a little bit harder. That's because everything is above you, and even though it's only one arm that's giving you that little bit of push backwards, it's actually helping you go backwards. So that way you have that momentum to go back and up. Cool? So let's do it with our sword on our heads. All right. So we're here. Yes, we are. We're here. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn. And come down. Hold it. And come, sorry. And come down. So then we're here. And it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. And be done. Okay. So having your arms above your head also helps you to guide your sword. So that way it's not going to go all willy-nilly everywhere. There's something I was going to say and I totally forgot what it was, so I'll think of it. I'll think of it in an hour and then I'll type it. So we're here. I remember. So, sorry. When you're doing the propeller turn, if you do it in free, if you're here, okay? Propeller turn is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip your blade. Come down to where your knees are about. Hold it there as you turn. And then bring it up. So I've seen a lot where it kind of turns into a barrel turn. It's not. So if you're here and you come down, bring it here, turn, 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 and then bring it up. So it's not this. So that's actually less control too. So that turn down here and then bring it up. So when we do our propeller turn free to go down into floor work, it looks really cool because it's that presentation. So we're here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip it, turn. You're here. Now step into your floor work here. Get into your knees. Reach your hand up. Grab your sword. As you go down, put that sword on your head. Find your sweet spot. Do a torso twist here. Come around. Body wave. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step forward. Push. Back. And turn. 6, 7, and 8. Good? So, absorbance. So if you do that, and you're here, you can do it with that sword too, but if you're here, for your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, here, turn, and instead of going all the way down for your floor work, you do this faux drop, push back up and out. So you're actually here, step out, bam, and bam. You can usually tell how it's going to happen by the back. Because when we go into floor work, we tend to turn all the way around and then come more or less straight down and then adjust ourselves. When you do this faux drop and we turn around, we tend to go into that corner and then up. So watch people's body angles of what they're doing. That should kind of give you a clue of what we're going to do. Okay? Any questions thus far? Okay, do you feel comfortable with your sword? I know Melody does. Melody's like, I got this. But I just want to make sure everybody feels super comfortable with their sword, and they're not just going to want to do all the amazing stuff, but actually build from the ground up. And for those who have never touched a sword, I don't want it to become like intimidating. I had a couple of students say that their sword is very intimidating, and they don't know how to be friends with it. So I really want people to be friends with their sword. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a slow song. We're going to do no talk. If the music cuts out, it's on the live and it's on the video. So when you guys see that, it'll make sense. If not, it'll all make sense, I promise. We're going to put our sword down. We're going to grab it. We're going to make it a little harder. it's so good. So I really want to make sure that everybody has that firm base of the sword and the firm foundation, so that way you just don't put it back in its case and set it aside. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Know that I love you guys and I appreciate you. And one day we'll all get to see each other again and dance, and I can't wait for that. But until then, keep dancing.